Brahmarpanam
Brahmarpanam
Brahmavi
Brahmavi
Brahmagnau
Brahmagnau
Brahmanahutam
Brahmanahutam
Brahmaivati Nagantavyam
Brahmaivate Nagantavyam
Brahma Karma Samadhina
Brahma Karma Samadhina.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Jai Guru. None of you asked me what are the trees doing there.
I had that initial question.
But you didn't ask.
From the chitta, that fruits of action will be corresponding to Nakara.
So what are the roots?
Ego.
Nakar Bhav and Swikar Bhav. These are the roots of the two trees. The more you encourage Nakar Bhav, what kind of branches will come out?
Nakara.
Nakaratmak Chitta. And what will be the fruit of the tree which is Nakaratmak Chitta?
All four.
Negative.
It will be very negative.
Yeah? Ego, samshaya, yeah? Asakta in Prakriti. That's all that is going to come out of Nakaratmak tree.
So it's a self-feeding, self-propelling tree.
Exactly.
So the causes of the tree becomes the fruit of it.
Exactly. The same fruit falls down, becomes a seed, that only leads to your next tree. The same fruit falls down, becomes a tree, next tree. That's how you go from one janma to the next janma to the next janma with just negative mind. Are you getting it? So where can you attack the tree and stop it?
Fruits.
Perfect. What are the fruits?
Anyabhava.
Yeah.
Samshaya.
Work on these four. Attack anyone, the other three will fall into place. Did you notice that? If you attack the ego, Anyabhav goes. Yeah? Attachment to Prakriti becomes more and more apparent, comes into my consciousness. So what am I doing? This is so foolish. It starts dropping off. Yeah? Doubt drops off. Are you seeing this? Yeah? Attack one, the others will fall into place. Then, second step is to move towards this. Moving towards positive mind is your job. Yes? Every time your mind starts cribbing about, oh, it's so bad, this weather I don't like, now I'm going to get knee pain, now this is going to happen to me, now that is going to happen. Observe. I'm going the Nakaratmak way. Stop. Pull the reins back. Yeah? Sit and do meditation, sadhana, whatever it takes to remove this negativity and move towards a more positive set of mind. Yes, let me face this. Whatever has come my way, let me face this. Yeah? Yes, mind. So, what are the roots? Svikar Bhav will be the root which will give birth to what tree? Vidhayak Chitta tree. And what will be the fruits of that Vidhayak Chitta?
Ananya Bhava, Purusha, faith, everything.
You have faith, everything else falls in place in life. Yeah. So, where will you begin? Dropping the fruits from here, or recognizing these fruits of this tree, because these are going to become the seed for the next tree. This is what I have to start working on. Yeah, and start moving from this negativity to this positivity. Clear? If you do not work, is it going to happen? You are going to continue the same life, the same way you are today. Do you want to do that? You tell me. Are you up for a change?
Yes.
100%. Come what may.
Yes.
Yes? That requires a very big commitment with me. You know that? Now that you've said a yes, you're stuck.
Yes.
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 What am I going to ask you now? The next 3 years of your life.
Yes.
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Only one day in a week for the next 3 years. You will give it to me?
Yes.
Pakka.
Yes.
See, I don't say everybody.
Really louder, yes, huh? Everyone.
Yes!
I mean, I've done TSN and I've gone through Gita. I just want to know how these three are different to each other.
They're all very different. Patanjali Yoga Sutras is all about disciplining the mind. Yeah? It is the path of Karma Yoga. A Karma Yogi is one who wants to improve his current karma. And let me do my karma, my action should be pure. Let me drop any negativity from it. He focuses on the action. Patanjali's path is completely about how to do a pure action. For that, lots of discipline is given by Patanjali. Follow this discipline, this discipline, this discipline, and then through that discipline, he helps you reach the highest, the Purusha. Yeah? Final goal is the same, just different paths. Yeah? Ashtavakra Gita is through just intellectual analysis, just knowledge, understanding it intellectually. Intellectual people have a very scientific temper. For them, just saying, oh, your action should be pure doesn't work. No, I don't get it. Explain. So if you are the scientific temper kind of person, then probably Ashtavakra Gita will help you more. Yeah, but you have to go through all. If you have not tasted only Balushahi, and I tell you, Balu Shahi is like this and so tasty. Balu Shahi, first of all, I've never heard that name. And then you're saying it's very tasty. Do you understand it just by me talking about it? You have to taste it. That is why you have to taste Patanjali. Then you have to taste Ashtavakra. Then you have to taste Narada, which is the path of bhakti. You still don't know whether it is your path or not. Don't make assumptions. You taste everything. Then a click will happen. The falling in love. Remember your childhood sweetheart? The first love. How it just happens, no? You can't decide, oh, I'm going to love this girl or this boy. Can you make a decision? No, na? It just happens. Like that. A click will happen inside. Then you will know whether you're a Karma Yogi, a Jnana Yogi or a Bhakt. Got it? Destination is the same. Destination Purusha. Paths are different. Got it? Yeah, so because we don't know yet, we do everything. We start with Patanjali. Yeah, I don't know. With a humble heart, surrendering my ego, I sit down and I listen to Guru. Whatever the Guru says is, the word. I'm going to follow it. Yeah. Of course, Guruji speaks from his level, so sometimes it's like code, and you have to, undo that code. It's so difficult. That is why, you watch my videos. Yeah, I decodify some of it. Yeah. Still, I give you homework. I pick up a danda. You have to do a little bit of effort from your side also. Yeah. So we do Patanjali, we do Ashtavakra, Narada, move on to Upanishads, then Bhagwad Gita weekly. After you finish all that, then you come to Yoga Vashishta class. If you still survive, huh?
There is no going back maybe after Shakti. They all come.
You go check out how you are doing this. You'll manage it here. Okay? Clear? Both the trees are clear? Absolutely. Yeah? You're ready to make this effort? Move from Nakaratmak to Vidhayak? Yes? And whatever it takes. Yeah? See, I don't get anything by you saying a yes. I'll be gone tomorrow and I'll forget you also. Every weekend there are new people. Yeah, it's about you. You have to really work towards your own growth. Okay, na? So we'll go back to where we stopped. So let's go to the next sutra and see what Lord Krishna says. Jnanam teham savijnanam
Jnanam teham savijnanam
idam vakshyama sheshatah
Idam vakshyama sheshatah
yajñātvā neha bhuyo anyaj
Yajñātvā neha bhuyo anyaj
Jñātvayam avashishyate.
Jñātvayam avashishyate.
Jnanam teham sa Vignyana means self-knowledge and Vignyana. Knowledge about the Prakriti or knowledge about the Purusha, knowledge about the Prakriti. Idam vakshyama sheshatam, I will tell you that. Asheshata means nothing more remains then. Yajñātvā neha bhuyo anyaj. After comprehending that in this world, jñātvayam avashishyate. Nothing remains to be known. Simple, no? That is the highest knowledge. That is why it is called the... What is it called?
Bhagwad.
No, what did Guruji say?
Ultimate truth.
Ultimate truth. It is called the ultimate truth because there's nothing more to know after you know that. Is it just knowing it intellectually that's sufficient? Know how?
Experience.
How? How will I know it?
Experience
Back
moving
to
away
Purusha.
from the Prakriti.
Direct observation. Direct observation. What we did this morning? We took a step back, no? And observed the observer. And we observed the witnessing consciousness. That's direct observation. Got it? That is the only way it's going to happen, guys. There is no other way. If you think by hearting these sutras and reciting like me, is it going to happen? No. This is all for just pleasing the mind so it feels happy and it keeps quiet and it listens when the danda is picked up. Got it? Yeah? This is just the pleasant part of it, the happy part. If I just speak knowledge, your ego will want to run away from this room. Noticed? So then we add shlokas, we add fun to it. Do the masti, do the processing, put kriya in meditation. The ego keeps its head down there. Recognize this. Recognize your own inner environment. Unless and until you have not started experimenting here, no use if you're a millionaire outside, billionaire outside, you have all the beautiful women or the most handsome men in this world. No use. All the name, fame, be a politician, be the president of United States. No use. This inner environment needs to be fathomed. That can be done only by direct observation. Once you know this, nothing more remains to be known. It's the ultimate truth. It's a Buddha story. You know, Ananda was Buddha's brother and disciple. No? So, many years Buddha spoke. They say after enlightenment he spoke around 42-45 years. So towards the end somewhere Ananda asked Buddha, "You've said so much, I have heard everything. Something is still lacking in me. I've not reached there where you are. Have you said everything? Is there something you have not said?" Buddha said, "I have said it all. Everything that needs to be said has been said. I don't know how much has gone in here. Patrata chahiye. Are you a patra? You understand patra? Yeah? Patra is a vessel. It's a Sanskrit word for vessel. When the vessel is like this, then only it can hold the water, no? If the vessel is turned upside down, how much ever water I pour on it, what will happen?
Over it.
Got it? Being like a patra is called patrata. Are you receptive enough to receive this knowledge? Yeah? You recognize it. So that receptiveness will decide who you are among so many people who walk this path. We'll get to those. First we'll just look at a few slides on these shlokas. So who is the highest type of yogi?
The one who knows most.
Who is completely absorbed in me. Asakta in the Purusha or in me. Asakta Maya. Yeah. Remember, Guruji began the talk with what?
Yoga.
Before that, first line. Mind is a wave. And it wants to move towards
Perfection.
perfection, the highest. What is the highest? This is the ultimate truth. And only a yogi who moves towards the highest and gets absorbed in the highest, in me. Yeah, he is the highest type of yogi. He gave you 4 types of people, remember? What do you remember? Why do they come to the path?
One is miserable.
Yeah, one person is miserable, so he's like, oh, I want relief from this misery. What is the second?
They want something.
Desire.
Desire.
Okay.
Third is knowledge.
Curious.
So they come for knowledge.
Come.
And fourth is the one with Gnyana.
For the highest.
Wisdom.
Yeah, he's coming here for the truth. Yeah. It's not even because he wants something. He knows that I am that truth. Just to be in that, to be established in what I am. The other 3 are beggars. Did you notice? They are here to receive. The 4th one knows I am. And just to be established in that I am. What is Soham?
I am that.
I am that. See, Guruji has given it to you right at the basic course level. Whatever part 1 happiness program level. Right there, day 1 he has given it to you. That is the highest kind of a yogi. Now you decide, are you the highest kind? You don't have to tell me, it's for you. Yeah. You see, where are you on this path? Are you still, have you reached there? Are you Vidhayak yet? Are you a yes man or a yes woman? Huh? Or are you still stuck at Samshaya? Doubting this, doubting that, resistance to this, resistance to that. A yes person or yes man or yes woman does not have any resistance. Everything is great. I accept everything. Everything that flows towards me is my karma. Yeah. How is a nakaratmak? Totally closed like this. Yeah. This is the state of your mind. Externally you might be like this. Internally the mind can be like this. Are you seeing this? Where are you? You see. What is asakta mana? When I'm attached in Prakriti, there's always I and you. Remember? Yes. There's always Dvaitam. 2. Yes. What do the Vedas teach? Advaitam. Means?
There's no two.
No 2. It's not only one. One implies the existence of the other, no? One means there can be a 2. A possibility of 2 is there. Yeah? Otherwise, they would have just said one, no? Why did they coin the word Advaitam? There's no need. You're getting it? Yeah? Advaitam means no two or no other. Yeah? Are you there yet? Yeah? And what can you do to move towards that? Only you know. Only you know what are you stuck in. What am I stuck in? I, you, where my ego comes up, where my doubts come up. Only you know, right? You look within. How can I come out of this mess that I have created for myself? Yeah. Take a moment and think, what can I do? Yeah. Knowledge is required to clear off some dirt that I am collecting, dirt of impressions from the past, some negativity from the past. Yeah? Meditation is taught to me so that I take a step back from this Prakriti and learn to unite with the Purusha. But I have to take one more step of my own, where I bring this into my daily routine. Again and again, I take this step back and witness. This is not happening to me. I am not involved. 3 very beautiful things Guruji says whenever he tells you to meditate. I am nothing.
I want
nothing.
I do nothing.
Who's saying this? Who's this I?
Purusha.
The witness. Even when you're in office, even if there is lot of turbulence and fire going around, just taking that step back. I am nothing. I want nothing. I do nothing. It has to be a constant practice throughout the day. You come back home, there's problems in the family. Again, taking a step back. I am nothing. I want nothing. I do nothing. Constant reminder, constant step back, step back, step back. Being absorbed in the Purusha, that is called. Got it? This effort only you can make. Got it? Yes. Are you ready? First of all, that willingness is required. Is that willingness there? Not because Ekta is saying. Are you saying that? Yeah. Start moving in that direction. Come what may. Now I'll give you lunch break in some time. Again, take a step back. See how the tongue says one more, whatever that piece of thing what you're going to eat. One more paratha. Take one step back and just observe. I don't even eat. What am I doing here? Really, you've never eaten. Can the Purusha eat?
No.
Who eats? The Prakriti. I never even eat. Being established in that Advaitam. Yes? Will you practice this during lunch? Yeah? Till the signal comes from the stomach. Yeah? The acid is coming up. It's giving a signal to the brain saying, I'm hungry. There is a hunger time. I eat as much as the stomach requires. Yeah? I listen to the signal from the stomach. The tongue will get involved. The tongue will say, one more. That's where I have to be very aware. Oh, signal from the stomach says, I'm done. Tongue is saying, one more. Yes. Only when I'm established in the Purusha can I be so aware. Yes, this is your homework for lunchtime. Eat only as much as the stomach requires. You know how much your stomach requires? Put your hands together. Not like this, like this. Only this much. This is the size of your stomach. Yeah, and it's not like that. Just there. It closes there. That much. That's all we will eat during lunchtime. Huh? Observe the stomach. He's like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? You close pen down.
You will get a lunch break too, don't worry. 4 o'clock.
I told you this Buddha story. Yeah. Do you have the patrita? Yeah. Everything that needs to be said has really been said in these 2 shlokas. You really don't even need to read the rest of it. You can get it right here. Actually, Bhagwad Gita 7 is done in this much. The moment your ego is down, the faith is there, the step back from the Prakriti to Purusha has happened, process is completed. Only a doubting mind needs to be told this way, I throw that way. Somewhere it will hit bullseye. Are you seeing that? Do you have the patrita? 7-3. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah Manushyanam sahasreshu, out of thousands and thousands of Manushya, humans. Kaschit yatati, only a few come. Towards what? Towards the spiritual path. And what is the path of spirituality for? Yeah. For self-realization. Yeah. To just recognize, oh, I am the Purusha. I am not the Prakriti. That's it. That's the purpose of the spiritual path in one line. Siddhaye means that. Yeah. Siddhaye means to attain this self-realization. Got it? Every word in Sanskrit really has a very potent meaning. Every single word. Yatatam api siddhanam. Now, amongst these few who have come, yeah, very few come to this path. Now, amongst these few people, only how many are going to survive? Very, very little bit. One odd person here and there. Yeah. Kaschinma vedi tatvatah. Yeah. Scarcely one will truly understand me. Yeah. Here tatvat, that tattva. Who's that tattva? The Purusha. Yeah. Scarcely one will understand that tattva. Do you want to be one in that? Yeah. For that, you have to put in a lot of self-effort. You cannot be thanda about the path. I'll watch movies, I'll go to a party, disco, first these things, first friends, first money, first house, first my $1 million car. I don't know, $1 million car hoti hai kya? Jo bhi. Yeah, first all these things. Then if I have time on Saturday morning, then I'll think about self-realization. If it is just the last priority, you will get only that much, charana. Yeah? You give it your 100%, you will get 100% back. Are you getting this? That is why amongst thousands who really strive to get there, Who finds it?
Hardly.
Scarcely one. Hardly one person gets that. Yeah. Why?
Nakara is not there.
We come back to that tree. Because of Nakaratmak Chitta. All the time, negativity attracts, or I'm lost in the Prakriti, I'm attached to Prakriti. Yes? This is all second, third, last priority in life. You don't look only for who you are. It is already with you. It's not that you have to search somewhere else for something else. You have to just find your own self. That's it. It is that simple. Yeah? So again and again recognize if there is something nakaratmak within you which is stopping you. Yeah? You have to recognize, you have to work your way through. Don't blame it on people around. My family is like this, my husband is like this, my wife is like this. My children, my responsibility is so much. No. With all your responsibilities, this is possible. I have a full-time job and I'm still here, no? Yeah? I have a home, I'm still here, no? My husband is sitting in front of you, no? Yes? So I'm doing the same things you are doing. Yes? Where there is a will, there is a way. You yourself will make that way. You recognize it. If the chitta is nakaratmak, who is doing it? I am doing it to myself. I have to recognize it. I have to weed out all that nakar bhava. Because that nakar bhava is going to be the root for this tree. Yeah? You see what I'm saying? Yeah? You start working towards yourself. You recognize. What is it that is stopping you from going from Vignyana to Gnyana? Did you even think about this homework? I gave you this homework yesterday. Remember?
Yeah.
1 minute also you thought about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? Have you put it in the bag? The reason that came up? Take a minute and put that reason into the bag right now. It could be a raga, it could be a dvesha. Yeah.
I have a question. Out of thousands, why is that only a certain percentage of people get to self-realize? We are not lucky to be here. Why not the rest of the population?
That's because they are not interested. You recognize what is Nakaratmak Man. Nakaratmak Man or Nakaratmak Chitta does not want to look for what it has. It wants what it doesn't have. Have you noticed this? Yeah? I don't have a car. I want the car that he or she has. Okay, I get that car. Am I satisfied? No, now I want the most expensive, environmental friendly and electric car which does not consume so much petrol. Tesla is coming out. I want the Tesla now. Are you seeing this? You are never content with what you have. Nakaratmak man, nakaratmak chitta. Always looking for something which is not with me, which is out there. I want that. You get that, again you want something else which is out there. You want that. You never look at what you already have. And if we really look at what we already have, Purusha is there only. Are you going to look somewhere else for Purusha? Purusha is always there. Nakaratmak man or Nakaratmak chitta never wants to look at what it has. That is why only a few come here. Are you seeing this? Huh.
So, once you start observing, right, once you start becoming aware of what are the things coming in your way, then you'll realize these are the things that might be coming in others' way also. The only difference is they don't make the effort to overcome that, and you are doing that. Whatever, these reasons are similar in everyone's life. Everyone has shortage of time, responsibilities, desires. Everyone gets attracted to something or the other. Only a few like, okay, I am attracted. Okay, let me get over it. That's the difference.
Awareness.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just awareness.
Yeah, the simple thing is, like knowing that happiness is in parties, in yeah.
Disco, girls, boys.
Yeah, I think after some time it feels lethargic.
Yeah.
But once you come onto this, it's actually never ending.
That's true. That's true.
Yesterday when I was going back to pick my wife after the session, I was thinking it was Friday, right? Yesterday. So having a Good Friday, so people go to bar now. When we were here, right? That was a different kind of feelings. I'm excited.
Good, good. Very
But
nice.
his question is why all people are not coming into the bus. It's a law of karma. People karma like
No. Again, I just explained to you Nakaratmak Chitta quality, to look at what I do not have, to ignore what I have. You already are the Purusha, no? So you're ignoring the Purusha, you're looking at something you do not have. That car, that house, that thing, that girl, that boy. You acquire it also. You are never satisfied. Have you noticed? Then you want something else that you don't have. Then you get that also. You're still not satisfied. You're so busy looking outside, you're not looking in. Only those few people who take the time to look within come onto this path. This path is about looking within. There is nothing else here. If you thought there was just fun in Art of Living, you're mistaken, darling. Yeah. That is all for the mind. The satsang, the masti that you see, those rocking dances, that is all for the ego to put its hood down, shut up and listen to the knowledge. But if you get lost only in that and don't apply the knowledge and technique, you will get lost.
It is like after coming into path, we know all this. So his question is like, why everyone is not coming into path?
Even
after coming
even to come here, what took you to come here?
Karma, really.
Is it destiny? Or like
Why you came here? You think why you came?
Experiences in life.
Something
Some experience.
is lacking. I need to find what is missing in life. Right? It was an inner thirst. The people out there do not experience this. They are so happy with the Prakriti, with people, situations and things, and so busy acquiring, achieving, running behind them. They do not even understand there could be something deeper. There could be a higher purpose. There could be something more. Yeah? There are people you have told, come to this path, and they are like, no, I'm happy where I am, thank you. Don't tell me. Namaskar. Don't they do that?
Yes, yes.
They are very happy in the material world and they believe the material world is it. You see this? That inner thirst is not there. It was there in you. That's what made you come here. But there has to be something more. There has to be a deeper purpose to life. It cannot be just acquiring and possessing things. Right? Something knocked. There has to be more.
So the few that come, that doesn't mean the path is difficult, right? It's only the effort. Right?
Yeah, see, the path is very simple. It can happen to you this moment. Satori can happen now. Yeah? It's up to you. How much you are clouded. If you are totally clouded with Nakar Bhava and that's all you fuel, it's very far for you. If you are a completely Vidhayak person, totally Vidhayak Chitta, this moment it can happen to you. You don't know which moment it can happen. It's like falling in love, really. Can you predict when you're going to fall in love? How you're going to fall in love? With who you're going to fall in love? You don't know, na? It just happens. It's exactly like that. And you're falling in love with your girlfriend or boyfriend was a trailer, a mini trailer of the real movie. And that is the real movie. That is the real love. You've not experienced real love. In love with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend is not real love. It's a little bitter, no?
Yes.
But it's true. It's true. Yeah, there is something which is more deeper, which is sweeter, 100 times sweeter, 100 times more peaceful. This love which you have in this world is really just trade. That's why it gives you dukkha also, no? Oh, you don't love me only enough. Now you're not even proving it to me. I know you're looking at other girls and other boys. Finish. Your sukha with the person has turned into dukkha very soon. Isn't it? Yeah. That love can never curdle. The love that I'm talking about. That can never turn into dukkha. Yeah. That is called divine love. And you will learn about it in Narada Bhakti Sutras. It's a different taste altogether. Once you taste that, then all this is just time pass. Kilo. Okay. Finish this one game, let's go. Move on. Yeah.
Even if you experience that kind of love, even then if you are clouded with a judgment or something, we have our own maya over there. So we still won't move forward. And
yeah. So if you clean yourself up and again you go and play in the mud, you're going to get dirty, na? You have to be very vigilant, all the time aware that I don't play in the mud. Yeah? After that, the temptation to play in the mud goes away anyways. It's like a maturity. You've matured from toys, right? Is that even that one little desire to go pick up a doll or a toy truck and play with it? No, na? Exactly like that it is. It's exactly like that. That desire only to play in the mud goes away. Mud means all this nakar bhava. Yeah? So all it requires is for you to make that little bit of self-effort to reach there. Once you are there, it's done. It's taken care of. Yeah? For that you have to make your self-effort.
Is grace required to get into this path?
Grace is flowing anyways, no? That is why you are here. Yeah? Grace is flowing. Yeah? Grace is there. You have to make an effort. Your mind is looking for a loophole. Where can I make an excuse that I am making my effort but it's not happening? You have not made 100% effort. Face this, then only can you start walking again. Yeah. See, now I will make. Doesn't matter. Past is past. No beating myself up for the past. Now I pick up stuff and start all over again. Doesn't matter. Yeah. There are lots of people who drop out. You must have noticed. And then they come back again. Learn from that. Why do you want to get into the same situation? Sometimes you just learn by observing, no? If Manoj puts his hand into the fire and gets burned, I understand, okay, fire burns. Do I put my hand in also and try? Oh, does it burn or not burn my hand? Burnt his hand doesn't mean it will burn my hand. Is that true? You don't have to make such mistakes. You learn by observing. Be intelligent. Yeah? I make my effort. Doesn't matter. The master has given me something. It is my job to honor and respect this gift. However whiny my mind is and I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Now how you train your kid? You train your mind. Grace is there. You will observe it when the whiny mind sits aside. Very beautiful thing he said in the video yesterday. He said, a person who can keep aside his desires and running after this and that dukkha, only he will be able to follow the path. If you're still stuck in your miseries, you will not be able to follow the path of the ultimate truth. Did you listen to it carefully? Yeah? Bas ho gaya. How much you going to run after the miseries? They are there. They are a part of life. You can't say, "Nahi, I have to first remove all the thorns in my life and then only I'm going to get enlightened." No. With the thorns there, with the roses there, everything there, I can get enlightened, right? I have to just make that effort. Yeah. So recognize this. I have a whiny mind and I have to drop it.
It's not my question, but so will Guruji or God, do portion of my self-effort, like saying that, okay, like Tadastu, bless you, so that you, experience that enlightened state and
Who
so
is
that,
God?
yeah,
Who is God?
yeah, God or Guru or nature.
Who is that?
Guruji.
Purusha.
It's the Purusha.
Purusha.
It's the same Purusha. Yeah? We are actually one ocean. One ocean which has broken away. The thirst is to come back together. One piece comes back, realizes, oh, these pieces are still missing. The thirst begins in this piece to bring this piece back, to bring this piece back, to bring this piece back. And this thirst is nothing but the spread of Jnana. You come back to the Purusha, you come back to the Purusha. What this person is doing is blessing you only. So Gurudev has blessed us with his Sudarshan Kriya already. Tathastu has already been done. You are lazy sitting on a couch, not listening to the Tathastu, watching your TV with a bag of chips, not interested in spirituality. How are you going to move ahead? Yeah? He's telling you, drop that bag of chips, please let go of the TV, move here, look within. Yeah? You are not looking within. That's all that is. Recognize this. There is no difference between God, Guru, or myself. We are all one. We are all that Purusha. So don't expect that there's going to be an external blessing. Some external force is going to help me. Drop this. He's already helped you by giving you the technique. He's already helped you with millions of videos, with knowledge. You have to start walking the path. He's paved the road for you. You have to walk. People like Buddha, Mahavira and Guruji paved their own roads. Didn't they? They paved the path and then they showed the path to other people. They made it easy for us. Now we are walking. So the grace is that only, the paving of the path. That is the blessing. That is the grace. What are the other words you use? You'll come with a third question on the same line otherwise. Are you seeing this? Grace is already there. If you don't make a self-effort, it's not happening.
But all the religions preach the same. Guruji says every religion talks about, the essence is the same, it teaches the same. It may be Bible or Quran.
Yes.
Would it come to the point where they would discuss Prakriti and Purusha?
Absolutely. All of them. Pick up anything. Everybody says the same God principle. We call it in different languages, of course. Christianity uses more English than we use more Sanskrit. But we're talking about the same principle. Yeah? Allah is the same. Yeah? It is that same principle, that same oneness, that is love, that is God, that is divinity.
There is a Qawwali by Nasrat. ये ज़मीं जब ना थी, ये जहां जब ना था, नाज़े हक भी अदा जब ना था भी तू, है भी तू, होगा भी तू ही तू.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing what Krishna says. Yeah? I was there in the beginning or beyond the beginning. Yeah? I am there and I will be there. Yeah? So basically there is no beginning and no end to me. The same thing is there in the Quran. That Qawwali is from the verse of Quran. All teach the same thing. People have got lost in rites and rituals. People are either holding on to the Quran as a book or the Bible as a book or holding on to Lord Krishna's statue. They are lost in the ritualistic aspect of it. They forgot the real symbolism. You see what I'm saying? That symbolism is gone. That's what needs to be brought back, and that's what spirituality is doing. Yeah?
In one of the blessings course, I finished the blessings course and Guruji was giving darshan. So, the blessings course works by, the connection with the master, So I went to Guruji and asked him, Guruji, can you please help me connect with you? And then he was like a little kid, he came to me and he pulled my cheeks and he said, you're already connected, my dear. And I was like, okay, full stop.
He goes like a USB 3.0 or something.
I think the way he said it, I thought, okay, it's me who is missing that connection, it's not him. But
Yeah.
It feels like that. But we are already connected.
Okay. So let's go to the next one. Revising the previous one, thousands and thousands come on this path, but only one reaches me or one understands me. And why others don't? Why others fail? Because of nakaratmak chitta. Yeah, because of a negative mind, they fail. Either the ego comes up, or the anya bhav comes up, or the attachment to prakriti comes up, something or the other, doubt comes up, something will come up and become an obstruction between you and the Purusha.
In Buddhism, they always talk about nothingness, emptiness. But here in Hinduism, we always talk about fullness, Purnamada Purnamita. What is the difference between?
It's the same. It's exactly the same. When you do Ashtavakra, you'll realize this. He teaches you the same thing, and in the same verse he says, it is all fullness. Yeah, and then Janaka says, and it is all emptiness too.
I am nothing and I am everything.
Yeah. And then in another sutra he says, I am nothing and I am everything. It's both together. Buddhism just teaches one, and that's also fine. It means the same. At that time when Buddhism became prevalent, that was the perfect teaching. I am nothing. Yeah. And Shunya. Shunyata really made sense at that point of time. No? At that point of time, very rich country, everybody was very, very rich. So what did Buddha teach? Drop everything and become a bhikshu. Take a begging bowl. Drop your ego. Ego was the biggest problem. Everybody was rich and prosperous. Yeah, but nobody had the peace. They were all looking for peace inside. Yeah. But what was their biggest problem? The ego. So Buddha said, you take the begging bowl, you become a bhikshu. Drop your ego. What that does? Tell me, what will that do?
Asking will be dropped.
The rich person, who has this big ego, I have, has to ask for food. And he can eat only how much has been given to him. That ego totally gets crushed, inside. That is so important. When the ego gets crushed and you feel very humble, you're soft inside. When that softness, when you meditate and you go deeper inside, you experience I am nothing. So recognize this shunyata, nothingness that Buddhism teaches is the same. It's the same as fullness. Why it was started, you have to understand. Then you will understand why they stress on the shunyata. Yeah.
When you say only few people will reach, to me, the remaining all people will be in the same circle. Like in life and birth.
Yes. So we did the pool of consciousness. All the people who came back to the pool of consciousness are the few people who come back. Others keep getting lost in the last impression of that lifetime. Yeah. If there is no master, there is no meditation, if there is no experience of the Purusha, there is no thirst also of going within. Last moment is again money or name or fame, or position. Position Art of Living also. I want to become chairman of Art of Living is also another raga.
Attachment to Art of Living class is also a raga.
Yes, everything. I want to become Guruji. I want to become Swami in Art of Living. New trend. New raga. I want to become Swami in Art of Living is another raga people come up with. Yeah? All this is an obstruction. You will still be born again. Despite being on the path, not everybody reaches there.
But like we can think he is using that word as a becoming as a Swami to reach that place, right?
Yeah, but it could be for the name and fame also, no? You don't know what is
but
inside
we
you.
don't know, right?
Yeah, you don't know what is inside.
Yeah, exactly.
You see inside you, oh, I don't have this, no? This raga.
Got it.
Be aware, very aware. Oh, new raga now I have. Yeah, very important to keep a tab on the ego. Again and again, again and again. Yeah, keep it under a sword. There you come up. Okay, there you come up. Again and again you have to watch your ego. Again and again, again and again. Very important.
But you have a thoughts to be there, right? To have in a position.
Huh?
But you want to be in that position, right? But without any, cravings, right?
Again, you don't have to be in any position. You can get enlightened in a small hut sitting on the Himalayas without being a part of such a big organization. Humility will get you there.
Other things too. Work area or at work too. I mean, if you want to be like high position, like you have to.
Again, that is also raga. ठीक है no? Few more lifetimes we'll wait.
No, 84,000.
And fighting with the 7 billion people.
It's not a struggle between the others. It is how much I am ready to give up. I am ready to die this moment. Are you ready to die? Are you ready to give up everything that you have? This moment, I am ready to move on. Do you have that readiness? That is what is required. If that is not there, you are still holding on to this relationship, that person, this thing, that thing. Yeah, you could be even holding on to a guru. Yeah, that will be your obstacle. Yeah, again, Buddha story. Ananda had all the knowledge from Buddha. Yeah, Ananda is Buddha's brother and disciple. He had all the knowledge. Still, he did not get enlightened till Buddha was alive. Buddha moved on, passed on. Next day, Ananda got enlightened. Buddha was the obstruction in Ananda's enlightenment because Ananda was so attached to Buddha. Are you getting it?
No.
Yes? You have to drop. Everything means everything. This moment ready to die. This moment ready to unite with that.
But it could be his dharma, right? He's taking care of like a Buddha, right? Now suppose when you say
Dharma does not mean that you be attached.
When I don't take care of my parents or wife or kids.
No, you have to take care.
Okay, this is a
but not be attached. You have to take care of your wife, but not be attached.
Can I give an example? For example, when you are in your worst condition, the person who may take care of you will be a surgeon. When a surgeon does the surgery, it's very delicate. The surgeon cannot be attached to the patient and then do surgery. He will botch it up. So the surgeon is taking full care of the patient and still completely not attached.
Yes. Very good. That is the perfect way to take care. You'll really be 100% effective.
Even Ramakrishna Paramsa says in story, he says like when the mom is cooking in the kitchen and the kid is playing in the in the hall, how she has like one eye always on the on the kid, but she's still cooking and managing everything, but her entire focus is on the God or on the child, So he says that's how we need to go in the world, one mind always.
But that is also not correct, right? You are not putting focus on food
Like I'm the gift or something, right?
The story was different. Your focus one should always be on the God, the Purusha within. That was the story. He's not talking about taking care of the kid. Whatever activity you are doing, always one step back and be established in the Purusha. That is the story.